Day number 17. We are just chugging along, making progress, having a good time. It's very powerful. Some of the messages that we were hearing yesterday, some of the good shares. I encourage people to check that out. You can just Google or in Facebook, put in the 90-Day Happiness Challenge and you will find people. Today is going to be, again, like yesterday, super simple, super nice, short and sweet, so to speak, and huge, big work. We're continuing in on understanding our environment and setting up that foundation around us again. So we only have a couple more days of that, and then we transition again into something new. But for today, we're actually going to be focusing on gratitude on a big way. So normal gratitude challenges just ask you to go out and do something that you can be grateful for, or identify like 10 or 40 things. Not today. That's we might do something of that nature a little bit later, but today we are going to be literally finding gratitude in every single thing that we do. Sending love and happiness, yeah. So it's a way to generate a certain way of how we look at the world. So our perception of our environment is very important, but also what's very important is literally the programming that is initiated as we're looking at things. So as you're looking around your home, what program is firing off? Is there things about stress, or is there things about chore lists? All of those, the things that keep us out of the moment, put us into the, I want my space to look like this, kind of like a regret scenario. All of these things. It's just so many different ways that we look at our foundation of our environment and how like what is around us supports us. So now, no matter what you do today, no matter what it is, and this is why this is an all-day thing. I would not suggest posting until you about go to bed tonight. But the issue or the challenge today is to give gratitude to every single thing you encounter in your space and in your vicinity. If you're going out into the store, this is a good idea too. That's a little bit beyond. But if you have any spaces outside of your home that you also look for as foundations, maybe an office space, this is a good challenge to do too. So as I look around, let's just say I pick up a TV remote, right? I'm going to find gratitude and just say, thank you so much, remote. Thank you for existing. Thank you for functioning or teaching me everything you do. And we can sit here for a moment of easy contemplation and just be like, wow, how much does this help me get to the moments of in the end of my day for gratitude? And then you orient this as like, oh, I've got so much gratitude for having this thing because it helps me maybe relax for the day. I can keep volumes appropriately, something super simple. Another one would just be like looking at our environment. Got a lot of plants and pictures and stuff in this space. So I would look at all of these things and maybe spend a moment and just be like, wow, I actually love that all of this green is helping me. It's here for me and I'm here for it, and we have this relationship. And then I look at maybe a book on my shelf and I'm like, wow, I remember that and how much that keeps me in the moment. So every single thing you look at today, you bring presence to your mind and you really go for the gratitude. You go full bore. You are playing full out in this one, and this might feel uncomfortable in some ways because it's like, well, I've already done this. But the second you look at like a picture and you form gratitude for that, and you form thanks for that, and you're like, yes, thank you for being on my wall, it might start actually communicating with you in a certain way. Like you might understand that maybe the energy in your place needs to change. Something simple like that. And it's like, thank you so much for being there to tell me that I need to move things around in my space, right? So many forms of gratitude. It's another way of being in alignment with the universe and what's around you, rather than being in opposition or in competition with it. So go forward and you get to do that today. I did draw 2 cards for us for helpers, and they came from, awesomely, the 7 Energies Oracle deck. Is that totally whitewashed? It's very whitewashed within this picture, but that's okay. So you can see that one. And then the Keepers of Light by Kyle Gray. Ooh, super bright. Sorry about that. Good picture. So this one, actually, I'll turn down my light so you can see. Maybe it's a little too bright anyway right now. So the first one that I drew was from the Seven Energies deck, and this one is number 46, and it's called Uncharted Sea. Dun, dun, dun. Uncharted Sea. So pause the live, or pause it on the replay, and just look at it for a minute. What really stands out to you? And this is why using any type of helper oracle deck is just super powerful, because you don't actually have to know what it says in the book. Just look at it, whatever's really resonating with you. So there's that one. And the Uncharted Sea, it's literally telling us that we might be very comfortable in complacency or in established comfort that's in our space. Maybe we've accomplished a few things and now we've come back to the energy of just being settled. And this is telling you to investigate deeper and to understand that there is no roadmap to investigate yourself except for the areas, how do I say this? Except for the wisdom that comes from our ancestors on how and who we be. So this is an opportunity to go within and understand, how do I generate this much gratitude? How do I live in my space in a different way? Very, very powerful. And amazingly too, we have Kali Ma coming through in the other deck, and this is Facing Fears. So there might be a space in your house in which you don't have a really good connotation. It's hard to generate gratitude for. And that is a space where it's like, wow, I'm going to allow this one cycle of this connotation to end, and I'm going to enter into a space where I am going to rewrite how I feel about it. I'm going to rewrite it with gratitude and etc. So Kali Ma is here. What's the other part of wisdom for Kali Ma that I know? Kali Ma's energy can be very, very dark, but really what that's doing is consuming the dark and bringing it into light. So as Kali Ma comes in to help all of our journeys, we can understand that if we experience anything that is within the dark, as we expose it, it is brought to light. And it is illuminated so that we don't need to suffer from it anymore. And so once you do that, you reorient your gratitude and you go, whoa, okay, I'm super glad that this is here because I get to learn X, Y, and Z. So your assignment is to make your post after you've experienced an immense amount of gratitude, after you've gone through the feels of going, wow, how much do I have gratitude in my life, or don't I? Or am I able to really generate it and express it super quick? Or do I have to learn that, right? Is there an uncomfortability about the exploration of who I be that I need to acknowledge and be with? So you will post all of that kind of a story. Everybody's going to be individual again. But yeah, what was your journey like through the day in finding gratitude for everything that you have around you? And how does it feel to reorient to like literally looking at everything? If you even go on a walk, you could do this. But that's not necessarily part of the challenge. But if you want to include gratitude on a walk, because maybe it's in your neighborhood, that's perfect too, because that is part of your immediate foundation. So you can find that to be very powerful. So post your stories and your journey about what you discovered about gratitude and how to purposefully cultivate it in every single moment. And I will namaste you later. Thank you so much once more. A nice short, sweet video. I like it. It's a little bit of a change from those half-hour ones. So anyway, with light and love, everybody, keep your posts coming. If you want further support, of course, you can sign up for the Wednesday class. The link is in the other descriptions about 2 days ago. Ran out of room again within this one. Or there are still, I think, 2 spaces available for the Compassionate Mindful Meditation group, which is surprising, but I didn't post it yesterday. So that makes sense too. So anyway, with light and love, everybody go ahead and tag your friends. Tell people how excited you are to grow and learn and expand who you be. Get them involved in this happiness challenge because they deserve to be just as happy as you do, and just to explore completely themselves. As everybody on this planet begins to explore ourselves deeper, we come home, we come to oneness, we come to connection, and that's also pretty darn happy. Yes, yes. So thank you so much. Good afternoon, everybody. With light and love, namaste, and I will namaste